Boeing F-47 $20 billion risk. Will your defense strategy survive? Given the $20 billion risk of the Boeing F-47, you must enhance your defense capital value to secure long-term capability. You should see the F-47's $20 billion EMD award as accelerated commercialization because classified flight activity, experimentation, digital engineering, and technology demonstrations preceded the March 2025 contract. The first production aircraft flight remains targeted for 2028, showing you that schedule compression came from front-loaded technical learning rather than magically eliminating development uncertainty. Compare that discipline with the F-35, where projected acquisition and sustainment costs exceed $2 trillion, 2024 deliveries averaged 238 days late, and Block 4 reached Year 7. The F-47's FY 2026 funding totals about $3.48 billion, including $2.58 billion discretionary RDT&E and $900 million mandatory procurement, while broader air superiority value depends on collaborative combat aircraft. As of July-August 2026, officials still describe the F-47 as on schedule for 2028, with at least 185 aircraft planned and FY 2027 funding exceeding $5 billion. L-Impact Solutions argues that speed does not equal control because classified models, prototypes, simulations, and tightly controlled tests can conceal assumptions that independent validation still needs to challenge. Digital engineering becomes dangerous when treated as truth. 30 to 50% of early design assumptions can change during late integration, creating cost and schedule volatility without independent verification. The $20 billion EMD figure is not lifetime exposure. If EMD represents 10 to 20% of lifecycle cost, the broader fleet commitment could reach $150 to more than $300 billion. You should evaluate the F-47 as a family of systems investment, because 5 to 7 integrated systems may influence each sortie, while networking, autonomy, or sensor fusion failures could reduce performance 20 to 40%. Industrial execution remains a vulnerability. Programs of comparable complexity can involve 1,000 to 3,000 suppliers, while 5 to 10% disruption among critical sub-tier components can trigger multi-month production delays. At scale, the program targets 2 to 4 aircraft monthly, requiring 95% plus supplier on-time delivery, 70 to 80% mission-capable availability, and disciplined software updates, cybersecurity, training, and upgradability. The recommended governance model links TRL 6 to 8, MRL 7+, software defect thresholds, 0 critical cybersecurity vulnerabilities, at least 90% qualified suppliers, plus or minus 5 to 10% cost variance, and P80/P90 forecasts. Independent digital assurance should challenge digital twins, threat models, interfaces, maintainability, and manufacturing simulations, potentially reducing late redesign costs 15 to 30% and forcing corrections within 30 to 60 days. Modular open systems architecture should become financial control, extending openness across mission systems, software, sensors, communications, autonomy, weapons, and upgrades could reduce integration costs 20 to 40% and accelerate refresh cycles. Supplier governance should target single-source critical parts below 10 to 15%, because advanced aerospace programs have experienced 6 to 18-month delays after single-point failures. Redundancy therefore becomes a schedule strategy. Lifecycle economics must dominate procurement narratives. F-35 sustainment estimates rose 44%, from $1.1 trillion in 2018 to $1.58 trillion in 2023, exposing long-term affordability risk. You need explicit sustainment targets, fewer than 10 to 12 maintenance hours per flight hour, 15 to 25% training improvement, 70 to 80% availability, and controlled upgrade spending can materially protect life cycle value. Concurrency should be controlled because excessive overlap between development, testing, and production has historically generated 15 to 25% rework costs. Moving quickly through uncertainty is safer than moving past it. L-Impact Solutions recommends automatic reviews when development costs exceed 10%, procurement costs 15%, sustainment projections 20%, or schedules slip 6 to 12 months, preventing compounding overruns. The strategic test is controlled acceleration. Mature technology can reduce cost growth 30 to 50%, continuous software integration can cut defects 25 to 40%, and resilient portfolios can reduce single-platform exposure 25 to 35%. Can your $20 billion F-47 bet survive the next cost crisis? Comment your answer below. For more analyses, visit our consultancy website. Link in description below. Thank you.